For people who have publicly stated that they believe immigration and employment laws should be rigorously enforced in the United States, it's very common to be told in reply that if that were to happen, the local economy is going to go down the drain. Essentially, the arguments that is made is that any area that loses a good number of illegal aliens and their family members is going to be in a whole lot of financial trouble. Well, is that true? I mean, let's be fair. Illegal aliens don't send every last dime they make back to Mexico or Central America. The reality is they purchase things in convenience stores, supermarkets, at Sears and Walmart, and they go to garage sales and drop a good amount of money here. So, if the United States was to lose a good deal of illegal aliens, the places that are particularly saturated with these folks, would it be a financial catastrophe? More specifically, the bottom line, are illegal aliens good for the United States economy and American taxpayers? In July 2009, ABC News issued a report entitled Budget Nightmare, 10 Most Broke States. And in that report, a piece of information was revealed that most people could probably guess. The state that has the greatest budgetary shortfall is California. It's not close. California's financial problems dwarf those of any other state. And as you're also probably aware, California easily has the largest population of illegal aliens in the country. In fact, the number 2 state, Texas, has fewer than half the number that the Golden State does. California, however, is certainly not the only state suffering hard economic times. Rounding out the top 5 in the ABC News report were Arizona, Nevada, Illinois, and New York. Now, what else do these locations have in common besides the fact that they're deeply running in the red right now? Well, if you go to statemaster.com, you will find out that in addition to a serious lack of financial resources, these states also have enormous populations of people who are in the country unlawfully. California, as I said, is number 1. New York is number 3 in the nation. Illinois is number 4. Arizona comes in at number 6. And Nevada, which has just over 100,000 illegal aliens, is number 13. What does this all boil down to? In terms of population, ladies and gentlemen, the government tells us that currently in the U.S. there are approximately 10.5 million people who are residing here illegally. Of the states I just mentioned, they have an approximate illegal alien population of 3.5 million. So, Arizona, California, Illinois, New York, and Nevada, they make up 10% of the states in the Union. But the reality is, they have about 1/3 of the illegal aliens in the country. These states, 1 out of 3 people residing here unlawfully can be found in one of those locations. Now, it's certainly not limited to states that are illegal alien rich that are having financial problems. 48 of the 50 states in the Union are also have budgets that are in the red. Which are the 2, however, that are in the black? Which are the ones that do not have a budget shortfall? Montana and North Dakota. By the way, what's the illegal alien population of these 2 states? Approximately 12,000 combined. That's less than 0.5% of all the illegal aliens to be found inside our nation. If you're surprised by these numbers, you really shouldn't be, because the results are essentially pretty predictable based upon information that's readily available to the American public. Fact: most illegal aliens are marginally educated. Fact: the majority of people unlawfully in the country, they don't earn a great deal of money. Consequently, even if they decide to file an income tax return, the chances of them paying a great deal are slight. Further, As the face of illegal immigration has changed over the years and we're more likely to see families come in, the reality of the situation is that fewer than half the people in the country unlawfully even have a job. Our nation's president, lots of politicians, and scores of special interest groups will tell you that one of the keys to resolving our financial problems is to legalize people who are residing in the country unlawfully. We're told that in many ways they are absolutely financially necessary to our very existence, and that turning them into citizens and legal residents, that's going to be a financial panacea for a lot of what ails the United States. Folks, special interest groups and politicians lie all the time. Unfortunately for them, however, the truth, that can be found in the numbers.